Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, by now, you should know that the war in Ukraine is a proxy war conducted by Western economic financial interests using NATO to destroy or take over as much as they can from this planet. And now is Russia's turn. So, what do we have here? I have a little evidence that NATO actually puts Ukraine or connects Ukraine's military to its NATO Wi-Fi, military Wi-Fi, and they will connect their Patriot systems located supposedly in Ukraine that were not connected with the NATO's Wi-Fi. They will connect the F-16, they will connect the Mirage. Ukraine joins NATO aviation system with CSI software for F-16 Mirage coordination. I have here about 3 articles on that. That is, NATO actually, as I said many times, they will find euphemisms. They will say Ukraine is not part of NATO, but everything Ukraine does, is part of NATO. So they will say, no, that's not NATO over there. The only people that are not NATO are the Ukrainian, unfortunately, victims and their territory. That's all. That's not NATO over there. The weapons are NATO. The generals who coordinate and plan attacks, major attacks, not the little platoons here and there, but they are within a system, a big operation. All those are NATO. It's just that you have Ivan instead of, John or Janos or whatever you want to, what country you want to pick from NATO. So let me show you 3 articles on this. Then we have Mr. Kellogg, the so-called, I would say, US envoy to Ukraine, who admits, yes, this is a NATO proxy war against Russia. But it's not, my friends. You have to look behind or over the smoke screen is pushed towards us. Remember, there's the primary issue, and then the secondary, tertiary, and so on. So the primary, they avoid it. They go to the secondary. They say it's NATO war against Russia. It's not NATO's war against Russia. It's the financial, global, located in the West, because they harnessed where the power is actually. We're not going to have, my friends in Zimbabwe or in Honduras. They get people that have money, they have people that have already weapons, they have people who are interconnected, they have a spy web all over this world, and they can put pressure on everybody else. So it's not a NATO proxy war. It is a financial, economic, industry war against other countries, other nations, taking their resources and making them work for them. That's what it is, and they use NATO. NATO is just a military arm of those interests, located as of now in the West. If tomorrow they are able to take over other countries on this planet, I'm talking about important countries, they will be everywhere. They will not going to use only NATO. As of now, they use NATO. All right? And then I will talk about Mr. Kellogg's admission there's a proxy war, but this is NATO proxy war, when actually he doesn't go to the primary source. He goes to the issue. He goes to the secondary issue. And then in a very, I don't even know how, traditionally weasel way, the U.S. State Department, claims that Russia and Ukraine peace is up to them. They say, no, it's actually their thing. We just watch and it's up to them. Do you think that's the way it is? I mean, it's baboonish. If you really believe that, I don't know, stick around longer, I guess. Here, let me start with the first topic, which is the connection of actually NATO military inside of Ukraine with NATO. I mean, it was like this before, but now I think they just make it public. So, Ukraine Forum. This is from the 31st of May, 2025. Ukrainian Patriots F-16s Mirages to connect to NATO's military Wi-Fi. Like right now, they weren't. They weren't after. First, I don't think they're Ukrainian crews operating the Patriots. I don't think there's Ukrainian pilots operating F-16s of Mirages. I do not believe that. Not because The Ukrainians cannot operate that. Those weapons will not be given to a country that is really uncontrollable. Why? Those pilots can take a Patriot system, or maybe not a Patriot, but F-16 and land it, or Mirage land it in Russia easily. Do you think they would give the Ukrainians Patriot systems? The most advanced American air defense systems? They don't give to the Romanians. They gave one Patriot system. And do you think they gave, I don't know, like 15 to the Ukrainians? And operated all of them with about 100 people, crew, really, and coordinated by the Ukrainians. This is baboonish, but this is the same. This is the same garbage as the thing in the COVID. Yeah, the masks. Yes, they work. Do you mean this piece of cloth? I can breathe too. It's not gonna breathe in, I don't know, microscopical elements. All right, let's move on. Ukrainian, they say Patriot air defense and F-16 and Mirage fighter jets will connect to a single digital system. What does that mean? NATO is right there. NATO's so-called military Wi-Fi. So what do you think, my friends? What do you think about this? I mean, what should Russia do? It's obvious, is Russia against this organization, treaty, however you want to call it. And when they say, well, we're strong, they're weak, I mean, it's one against, I don't know, 30-some. I'm getting NATO and the European Union because they use financially and politically. They conduct, I would say, the destruction of Russia. All right, let's move to the second article. Ukraine, it's Ukraine. It's always Ukraine. And right here, do you see the title? Ukrainian Patriots. It's Ukraine. You got to know it's Ukraine. Joins NATO aviation system with CSI software. Why? Why would Ukraine join this? Why should they be together? Synchronized. Because NATO needs a better coordination of their war against Russia at the behest of the interest I was talking about. Let's go to the next article coming from Russia Today. Ukraine plugs its Western-made weapons into NATO Wi-Fi. The country has joined a system that links its F-16s, Mirage 2000s, and Patriot missile launchers to the bloc's military infrastructure. Do you need any more coordination? They have the generals, NATO generals, organizing and planning what major targets. What is the, how should I put it, the invasion of Kursk. I made a video yesterday. It was obviously planned by the Western generals using Ukrainian blood, mercenary blood, and volunteer blood. That's what they did. Volunteers' blood. That's what it is. All right, so let's see what else these guys write in this article. Kiev has been allowed, was ordered to join a NATO standard coordination network which connects together Western-made military hardware. Ukraine Deputy Katerina announced the system in particular is compatible with F-16s and Mirage 2000 fighter jets. Got it? All right, let's move to the next. How should I put it? This is a confirmation of something that I think we knew. If you didn't know, remember, it's not NATO. As I said, NATO is the, let's put it this way. The brain is are the interests, financial, economic interests. Yeah. Then you have the body, and you have the nerves, the sensors. Okay, the hand right here. All this you are NATO. This is the arm, and then you got the weapons, which is also NATO of the Western, and you got the finger. You see this finger? This is, or you on the left one, this or this, these two guys, or the hand is just Ukraine. That's what Ukraine is. If I want this one to go into my nostrils, no, don't go. It will go. I dictate where this goes and what I want it in my in my ass, mouth, and nose, or whatever the order might be. I can do that. These guys coordinate. So these are the brain using everything else to use the bullet and the pistol or the revolver or whatever you use. You got it? This is the whole thing. And they tell me NATO is the one, not the brain. Okay, if you shoot to the head, not to the shoulder, not to the head. You want to destroy it, always go to the top. And then from everything crumbles after that. All right, so this they say, and according to this article from Russia Today, from 1st of June, Ukraine conflict a NATO proxy war, Trump envoy. Keith Kellogg has echoed Moscow characterization of the hostilities. And I'm surprised these guys are still at a secondary issue, are not at a primary issue. But what do you want? Russia Today calls Zelensky Ukrainian president. So I don't know what's wrong with Russia Today. I didn't go all through or go all in. Russian President Vladimir Putin is right in considering the Ukraine conflict a proxy war against Russia. U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy Keith Kellogg told Fox News in an interview on Sunday. Well, this is the paraphrasing what he said. Let's see what he said. Kellogg addressed Russian President Vladimir Putin's perspective, saying, and I'm quoting, he considered this a proxy war by NATO, and frankly, ... in a way, it is, in a way of many. The escalatory issues are still there, Kellogg said. All right, so Chancellor Merz has said, well, I'm going to give the Ukrainians the Taurus missile systems. And then your country, your people will be nuked by the Russians. Good job, Merz. Next one. Russia Today, 31st of May. Russia-Ukraine peace up to them. State Department. The U.S. won't broker the talks indefinitely. Spokeswoman Tammy Bruce has said. Well, first, as I said, you guys are just identifying yourself as the mediators. You are not the mediators. Understand this. And if you didn't hear me say this before, I will say it again and again and again. The United States of America cannot play the mediator role. It is allowed to portray itself as being the guy in charge with two idiotic kids that fight every day. And they're gonna, hey kids, stop, smack, go and clean your rooms. This is the role they try to play. And they are playing because the Russians agree with that. Once the Americans will say, you know what, no, the Russians, I guarantee you, the next day will say, these guys are not mediators. These guys were involved for a get-go. They are the planners. They are the strongest arm in all this complex in using the Ukrainians to hit us. They are. They provided, did you hear that? F-16s, the Patriot, money, sanctions. Who are the main guys? So how can you be a mediator? You can't be a mediator. It's like you're a judge, or not. You are an attorney, defense attorney, or not defense attorney. You're not, let's put it, an attorney and you're a judge in the same time. You can't be like that. Why? I mean, you can defend and then you be the judge and disperse justice here. So this is, the Americans are allowed as of now to do it, to go in and coordinate, which is good, coordinate the meetings that will turn into shit. All these peace talks and right now are in Istanbul as we speak, are still ongoing. They didn't come out yet, they started late. It's going to turn to nothing. Why? It's not about a peace here. What do you think these guys are going to allow the Russians to come to the table and talk to them as equal? Are you crazy? Do you know how those guys look at the Russians or Ukrainians or Romanians or Hungarians or Poles or Baltic states or Bulgarians or Serbs or Slovenians? Do you know how those guys look at you? All of a sudden, Ukrainians, we got to help the Ukrainians. 3 years ago, they didn't fucking know what Ukraine was. They look at you as that bad guy in the 30s and early 40s. Look at the Slavic people. You know how he characterized them? Badly. To the Slavs. Not the other guys. No, the Slavs. So I think that's the way they consider us. How? Look how they behave. And now, no, we're not going to do this all day long, kids. We're going to go away. And what are they going to do? I tell you what they're going to do. They're going to go behind where they were. This is a nice try to show the world that, hey, we tried. We tried to broker here something. But the idiot kid over there doesn't want, and this idiot kid again doesn't want. But we control this guy 100%. No, my dear. You are employed. You are involved in this. 100%. You are on that side. Without you, Ukraine would have been settled in 2 weeks. But with you, we got 3 years and a half. Which, well, what can you do? When you're occupied, you follow orders. And you have this baboon Zelensky in charge of your Ukrainian nation. Because he's Ukrainian, as the newspapers tell you all day. All right, so proxy war, remember, it's over there, it's been there, but not by NATO. NATO is a secondary issue. Someone else, right? Then you have, peace is up to them. It's garbage, it's not up to them. It should be, but it's not. You are involved. It's you who tell the Ukrainians what to do. And if it's not you, it's the same interest through you. And then you got what? You got the NATO, how do you call it? I have a problem connecting. That is what? That is, I'm coordinating everything over there. I mean, if you don't see it that way, that's fine. Next time when you go to a bank, just close your eyes and sign over there whatever they put in front of you. Just trust them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.